You're watching Let's Chat.
If you like all things broadcast, especially vintage broadcasting of a certain era, there's a new production on the way to the Chattanooga Theatre Centre you don't want to miss. Rodney von Falkenberg, the executive director of the Theatre Centre, is joining us here to talk about that. Rodney, good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you, Chip.
I saw this and I was absolutely taken. The name of it, Vintage Hitchcock, a live radio play. You had me at Hitchcock. Tell us
That's
exactly.
right.
Tell
We
us what you've done
celebrate
here.
all the Hitchcock, three of his early movies in this radio play. So you see the actors acted out as if it's a on-air radio show, including a Foley artist or sound effects person. So it really takes you back to the 1940s, and it's amazing how suspenseful you can create these plays as if it was a radio show.
And you're actually consisting several of the earlier Hitchcock titles into this broadcast: The Lodger, Sabotage, and 39 Steps. This sounds like something that would be a challenging endeavor from the director's point of view. Tell me about that.
Well, the important thing is have great actors, and we have two casts of really fantastic A-team actors, and they play like 20 parts each. It's really amazing to see them how they can flip from part to part. So you see all these different characters, and really it's a vocal workout for these actors to really create the whole atmosphere and mood of the play.
So this is a two-act play. Give us the background, the overview, if you would, of The Lodger. It involves a serial killer, something notorious in Hitchcock movies.
Yes, and this Lodger was important because it was Hitchcock's first thriller. And it really was the first movie that he created that had the kind of brand of Hitchcock. And it's about a man who takes a room in this boarding home, and unknowns to the people who own the border house is that the person they just rented it to was a potential murderer, and they discover, yes, he is out there killing young ladies, and it's rather dramatic, and their poor daughter might get wrapped up into it.
And in 39 Steps, you got a guy who is involved in a web of spies, thieves, international intrigue, and you've also got, just for good measure, a bombing suspect. Wow, you got pretty much
That's
all
right.
the suspenseful bases covered here.
Exactly. There's stabbings, explosions. And, it's really amazing, like in 39 Steps and Sabotage, how it really becomes suspenseful for the audience. And even reading the play, I was like, no, that's not going to happen. Oh, no. So it really brings the audience into the mystery and the suspense of it all.
What is the take on this play from the actor's point of view? I know these are established actors with the Theatre Center. I'm not sure they've ever done anything quite as retro as Hitchcock. What was it like seeing them develop into these characters?
Well, we spend a lot of time talking to each actor individually, and what the actor has to do is create a visual image, interestingly. So even though they're using their mouth, that they really need some sort of visual clue that clicks into finding that particular character. And they have to remember those because, like I said, they're playing so many different parts. One of the actors said the other day that he must have like 3 or 4 different accents in the same play. And just keeping track of it all, you need to have those kind of visual clues. And these actors are up for the challenge.
Is it difficult for them to control their body language when this is primarily, well, I won't say not a non-visual thing, but it's difficult to control your speech and your body, especially when you're going back and forth between two different dialects, two different accents?
Well, that's an interesting question, because we were just talking about that at rehearsal, that actually the physical part is, you do want the actors to be physical because that helps them with their voices. And so part of, for the audience, they really will enjoy it on many levels to watch these actors physically and vocally change characters. And then you watch the Foley artist, the sound effects person in the background. And so you can watch it, or you just close your eyes and just enjoy just listening to all this.
Yeah, but it'll take you back to another time, that's for sure. Rodney Van Valkenburg, thank you so much for joining us and for everything you do at the Theater Center. Listen, you need to check this out. It's Vintage Hitchcock, a live radio play, and it is going to be on Friday and Saturday, 8 o'clock and at 2:30, as well as 8 o'clock on Sunday. Also, Sundays at 2:30 and Thursdays at 7. Showtimes, you can find one to fit you without doubt. Go to theatercenter.com for more information. TheAtre Center, CENTRE.com for more information about Vintage Hitchcock, a live radio play. Sounds fun. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you back here today at noon.